Joining me now, host of Stacey on the Right, CEO of ShareNet Ministries, Stacey Washington, alongside her, Republican strategist and chair for the Fort Bend County Republican Party in the great state of Texas, Bobby Eberle. Welcome and happy Inauguration weekend to you both.
Thank you.
Hello.
Bobby, that's a very nice hello on a Friday. I appreciate it. Bobby, you know, it's funny. You see Joe Biden, and he's talking about, I'm just worried. I'm worried about threats to democracy. Same script they had, you know, that they lost with. And then Kamala Harris is waving her hands around, and people thank me. It's all about me. Have they just learned nothing about what we've just watched for the last few months?
Nothing at all. And this is what I want to say shocking, but maybe I shouldn't say shocking because we should know by now. But after the elections, there was a period of a week or two where, you know, CNN and MSNBC were kind of like introspective. They were kind of thinking, hey, maybe we messed up a little bit. But I guess they said, you know, it's like a cold. They got over that, you know, and then it just moved on because they're doing the same stuff. And this week with Biden's statements and Kamala's word salads, it's like they've learned nothing. I learned that I guess that we have a 28th Amendment they put out today. They're just saying that it exists when it doesn't. But that is just a long string of Bidenisms that we finally will put an end to on Monday.
Yes, Bobby, you led me perfectly where I want to take Stacey. You're the lady here.
Hey, that's what I do, right?
Right, the Equal Rights Amendment Joe Biden was talking about. He didn't seem to have his facts straight at the Conference of U.S. Mayors speech. Let's listen.
I've been clear. No one should be discriminated against based on their sex. And in order for the amendment to be ratified, it requires 3/4 of the states to ratify it. That benchmark was passed when Virginia ratified the ERA a few years ago. Today, I affirm the Equal Rights Amendment to have cleared all the necessary hurdles to be added to the U.S. Constitution now. The Equal Rights Amendment is the law of the land now.
He's the rambling old man again. The facts are totally wrong, Stacey. The 28th Amendment, and there should be equality for women, of course, let's be clear, but the 28th Amendment is not in effect. The deadline passed long ago for the 3/4 of the states to approve the amendment, so it didn't happen, Stacey. I thought it was Donald Trump who was allegedly the dictator who was going to say, I make the laws and this is the way it is, but it turns out it's Joe Biden.
So I guess in the mind of Democrats, the law can identify as having been passed and ratified by Congress, and that makes it so. I don't believe he believes in equality for women because he doesn't believe that women should be able to have their own private changing rooms, changing spaces, sports, or awards for sports achievements. He doesn't believe we should have our own scholarships dedicated to women. He thinks that men should be able to come in and take those things. But if that's the way it works, Ed, I mean, I know it's Friday night, but is it okay for me to declare that the kitchen and bath company that I most envy to do the work at my house, that they are cleared and ratified and able to go ahead and start the brand new kitchen in my house? They can just go ahead and get started on it because I declare it. If that's how that works, I have a lot of declaring to do over the weekend.
There is a term that's interesting. There is a term called girl math, where you come up all kind of. But I'll probably get in trouble if I accuse you of that. So I don't want to do that. Very quickly.
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one. Real quick, I got 30 seconds for each of you about Mayor Adams coming to Mar-a-Lago today. We haven't gotten a readout yet, but obviously, Bobby, we know he may want a pardon from the new president because he thinks he was unfairly targeted like Donald Trump was with lawfare. But, you know, he once was a Republican, and there's some talk maybe he'll flip parties again.
Well, yeah, he once was. And, you know, this is not just a U.S. movement or New York or we see people in California. This is a global movement to the right led by Donald Trump. And these people that are making this journey, this pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago, I think they see 4 years of someone who is no nonsense, wants to do business, but wants to get things done. And you're either going to be on the right side of that, or I think you're going to be left behind. And we're going to see that in California, these other blue states. Yeah. These people that are getting ahead of the curve, more power to them.
Well, Stacey's on the right, so you get the final word.
I am.
That's right.
So, Ed, I'll just say, you know, happy Friday. And also, Eric, welcome back. If you'd like to be a Republican again, we don't hold grudges. We will welcome you back. And certainly I have ideas about how you can make changes in New York City to bring that city back to greatness and be a part of the renaissance that President Trump is going to usher in next week when he retakes the White House. I also have to say, what better place to go and have a meal and sit down with a fabulously interesting, sparkling personality like President Donald Trump. I hope he has a good time tonight, and I hope he appreciates how precious it is, how special it is for us to be able to have this change.
Absolutely. We want to see some change in places like New York City, where I'm from. Look, we got John Fetterman, who's been to Mar-a-Lago. He's been talking some sense lately about the border and Israel. We shall see. Stacey, Bobby, great to have you here right before this big inaugural. We'll have you back soon. Thank you.
All right, friends, thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button above. Once you do, tell your friends, share it, spread the word about the 13-minute news hour so we can keep growing. And for more great content, check out these videos right here, and I'll see you next time.